Hello friends, this is Krishnaidu here, founder of a supply chain analytics consulting and training firm Mathnal. You may visit our website www.mathnal.com. The spelling of Mathnal is M-A-T-H-N-A-L. There is a good reasons for you to visit our website. One is the supply chain strategy blocks, second is supply chain live stream, and third is you can get the updates on our latest consulting and training offerings. So guys, I'm here to actually speak about our supply chain analytics training update. This is the fifth series. So guys, so let's talk about the training update. So in supply chain analytics, the more if we talk about analytics, the most important thing is data, right? So the data comes from where? Data comes from where? So that is where the question is. The data comes from input, the process, and the output. Okay, you have the input, you have the output, and you have the processing. So this is the three source where you get your data. So input comes from your objective, from your query, from your point of research, right? Output is what you are actually trying to achieve, and processing means what are the processing you're doing in between converting the input into output. So these are three areas where you get your data or the outcome. So first you build your queries, then where you build your inputs, then you target your outcomes, what kind of outcomes you are trying to achieve. From that outcomes also you build your data, and that data can go into your input data as well. And how you want to process means the solutions or the algorithms, that also creates the data, right? So these three segments actually creates the data. Input, process, the process, and the output. So what is data? So data is a form of outcome, a form of input, or a form of process that is being recorded in the form of different types. So that is a type which we have to discuss. So data types can be two of nature, categorical and non-categorical. So categorical data can be of two nature, that is ordinal and nominal. So ordinal means a data which you are recording, it has an order. Like if you are trying to understand your supply chain delivery performance. So on-time delivery and on-time delivery performance. So on-time and late, there are two categories. So on-time is and late. So on-time and late means you can easily order it. Whatever is on-time means you have received it before or on time, on the time of your promised date, and late means whatever you have received after your promised date. So you can clearly structure this is categorical data into an order. But if you are recording a material category, like if you are talking about Apple, or you're talking about peers, okay, so they are not in order, they are just a text but not in order. So categorical data can be of two nature. One is your ordered data, that's called ordinal data. If it is not in order, it's called nominal data, right? Similarly, non-categorical data is also of two nature. Also one is called ratio data, second is interval data. The ratio data is useful where if you have any zero number, right, if you have any zero number means zero height, zero weight, zero price, it means zero. Zero means zero. There is no other meaning for that. But you have an interval data like 0 degree Celsius. Temperature is 0 degree Celsius, but zero is not zero here. It means zero means cool, very cool. So there are two types of non-categorical data. One is the ratio data, other is the interval data. It is being segregated based upon the definition of the importance of zero. If the zero has importance, it means it is interval data. If zero means zero, then it is ratio data, right? So this is, if you are recording your inputs, if you are recording your outputs, if you are recording your process, and you want to choose the data type, you want to structure your data, you want to create your outcomes or inputs or process in the form of the categorical or non-categorical. If you are decided categorical, whether it's ordinal or non-ordinal. If you are decided to be non-categorical, it is ratio or interval. It is all what you have to choose, and based upon this you can actually build your supply chain data, and that is where you can actually process your outcomes. So the way you receive the outcomes depends upon the way you build your input data, outcome data, and the processing data, right? So that is your categorical or non-categorical. So based upon this you can actually choose your statistical solutions also. So the entire crux, the crux of the mathematical or statistical processes depends upon the nature of the data you are building in the supply chain. The second aspect is we have trained on the data distributions. So data distributions depends upon how you are framing your mathematical objectives or statistical objectives. So if your objective, based upon an objective, your distributions or your outcomes are recorded. Based on, suppose if you want to record your outcomes between two limits, starting point and ending point, and you're recording your outcomes between these two end points. Okay, such kind of outcomes which are recorded will be called as having Poisson distribution. Poisson, Poisson distribution. If you're recording your time, if you're recording your outcomes in the form of time between two events, between two outcomes, such kind of outcomes will be having a exponential form of distribution. Right? If you are recording your outcomes and those outcomes have no specific starting point and end points, but those form of outcomes are having dual nature, like yes or no, 1 or 0, on time or late, approved or rejected, buy, bought, not bought. It is having only two outcomes in multiple trials. Means such kind of events are not happening at only one time. Such kind of events are happening multiple times. So if your outcomes are recorded in binomial form, means dual form, means you have two outcomes, but such kind of events are happening multiple times. And each event which is happening is independent of the earlier event. So such kind of data or such kind of outcome which are recorded are generally called having a binomial distribution. If you are having a distribution, or if you are recording your outcomes based upon the population and sample, and from a group of items picked from the sample. In the case of quality sampling, you may have a distribution called hypergeometric distribution. If you are recording your outcomes in the form of percentiles, such kind of outcomes can be called as having normal distribution. So based upon the distribution, you are going to create your predictions. If you want to calculate your average, you want to calculate your standard deviation, you want to calculate your variance, you want to calculate your coefficient of variation. So based upon the type of distribution, the computational formulas differ. Right? So you have to understand that what is your objective, and based upon the objective you create your distributions. So generally the distributions are actually bifurcated into two types. One is discrete, other is called continuous. So whatever I mentioned, like binomial distributions, they are counted, 1 or 2. So when we count the distributions, or when we count the outcomes, they generally go into the discrete distributions. When we measure the outcomes, this measure means you are measuring your height. Height can be 6.1, 6.2, 6.3 feet. You are measuring your weight. Weight can be 50.2, 50.3, 50.4 kg. So when you are measuring your outcomes, such kind of distributions will go into the continuous distributions. Okay, so counting is different from measurement. Measurement is different from counting. So based upon your mathematical operation, whether it is counting or measurement, right, they can be bifurcated into two kind of distributions, as discrete and continuous. So guys, this understanding data type and data distribution is very essential, because they are the language. They are the language of the entire analytics process through which we communicate. So the language has to be very clearly framed in supply chain analytics process. If you clearly frame your language, then you can clearly communicate your inputs, processing and the outputs or outcomes to the people who execute the outcomes of the supply chain analytics process, that is strategies, tactics and decisions. Right? So the language has to be perfect. So that is where we have trained our participants, that is data types, data distributions, and how to work on data types, how to work on data distributions. This is what we have worked upon. So guys, if you want to join our training program on supply chain analytics, we are starting our new batch from 25th of August. You may register from our website, or you can call us at +917989366381. You can WhatsApp us at the same number. You can also email us at krish@mathnal.com. So guys, I will reply back to your queries. Okay, and if you want to register, please do register. It's a very valuable course which is going to help to build your career as well as to make very good decisions for your company. Thank you very much for watching this video. We'll come up with your next update on the next week.